It's Tuesday, you know what that means? We're talking about the worst books from last week's New Comic Book Day. Are you guys ready to do that? Well, I am. Let's do it right after this. What's up, comic book fans? My name is Bruce Moreau.
And I am Stephanie.
What's up, comic book fans? My name is Bruce Moreau, and welcome to the channel. And I don't know if you guys noticed yet. Look down real quick. That's right, Stephanie and I have figured out how to rename our YouTube channel without starting a new one. And yes, we are now officially Bruce and Stephanie Comics. That is us. That's where you can find us from now on. We are super excited. When I first started this YouTube channel, there was a big warning that came up when I was ready to put in my channel name. And it was like, once you set this, it is set in stone forever. Well, I guess YouTube has walked back on that because I was able to change it today. And I am super excited because Stephanie has been a huge part of this channel. If you guys don't see her in a lot of videos, it's because she's doing a lot of work in the background. And she is helping me make these videos now on a daily basis, or at least Monday through Friday. So I'm excited, Stephanie's excited, we are excited that we are now officially Bruce and Stephanie Comics forever. So we're super excited for that, but let's move on, shall we? All right, let's jump into what this video is actually going to be about. That is the worst from last week's New Comic Book Day. That's right, guys. Every single Tuesday, I will bring you my thoughts on the 3 worst books from the previous week's New Comic Book Day. And we have 3 X-Men books, and that was actually a little surprising. I have enjoyed some of the books and not enjoyed some of the books, but these 3 books were absolute stinkers, and we're going to talk about why I think that right after you guys look down. Are you guys subscribed to the newly rebranded Bruce and Stephanie Comics? No? Then what are you doing? So hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so that way you guys are notified when Stephanie and I upload new content to the channel or when we go live. And we go live every single Friday on Comics and Beer. It's a 1-hour live stream where we talk about all things comic book news related and drink a few beers and just have a really good time. And there's always an end of the month giveaway every single, or I should say the last Friday of the month. We always do a big giveaway and it's a lot of fun. So make sure you guys tune in for that. And also smash that like button because you guys know you're going to enjoy the content in this video. Alright guys, let's jump into the 3 worst books from last week's New Comic Book Day. Alright guys, in the number 3 slot, which I guess is the least worst of all the books, is X-Men number 10. This is written by Jonathan Hickman and art by Linnell Francis Yu. Let's talk about anything that's good before we jump into the bad. And I guess the good things from this is that it is a Jonathan Hickman book, so the writing that is in here is well written. The art in here is by Linnell Francis Yu, and I love his style of art. It's beautiful. Everything is done very well. It's all the panels are structured very well. The art inside is it's beautiful. It's really nice art. But let's go talk about, now that I've talked about the 2 things that I did slightly enjoy about the book, let's talk about why this book sucked. Because that's what this book did. It sucked really bad. It's because it revolves around 3 mutants that I know nothing about in the big X-Men book. So this is the main book coming out of House and Powers that is supposed to be like the masthead for the rest of the books, right? And this deals with 3 mutants I know nothing about. So it's Vulcan, which is this guy, Sway, and Petra. I don't know which one's which. Who the f*** are they? And why do I care what they're doing? Why is there a whole story about Vulcan and Petra and Sway? And Petra and Sway are trying to get Vulcan to party with them, just to get drunk and wasted and just party and not care about life. And Vulcan's acting all weird, and he just like walks away from them, and he goes out into the blue side of the moon where the Summer's home is, and he just walks into this Kotai base, the plant people, and they're building, like they're mounting they're getting ready for an attack or something, and he just walks in there, and they capture him, and they're gonna start doing tests, and then he just like blows up and starts f***ing them up big time. And then Sway and Petra show up, and they're like, hey, are you ready to like party now? We're like, we really want to party. Come on, we just want to party. It is so dumb. Why is this book the 10th issue of the main X-Men book? I don't know. I don't care. And I just don't understand why. Why is this even a thing? I know why, because it's the Empire tie-in, and they had to make it tie into the whole Empire thing, but it's so stupid. Forcing books to tie in is just one of the stupidest things. There was one interesting part at the very beginning, Vulcans being dissected by like these 3 alien creatures, and they find this like power inside of them, and that was pretty cool, but then it just gets into stupidity. This book fucking dumb. It was pretty dumb. And let's move in to the number 2 slot, because we get dumber as we move down the line. All right, guys, in the number 2 slot of absolute stupidity is Cable number 2. This is written by Gary Duggan and art by Phil Noto. Again, let's talk about the good things from this book. The character Cable. I actually like what they did with Cable out of House of X and Power of X. I actually think it happened before that whole thing, but they de-aged Cable. He's always been an old, grisly old man, and now he's like a young version of himself. Cool with that. Let's like de-age him. Let's have him be young and just be like, you know, young and spry and just be a little different. Let's change a character for a little while. Totally cool with that. Phil Noto's art is stunning. It's absolutely fantastic from the first page to the last page. Gorgeous. I mean, this cover is gorgeous. Love that. So I was excited for the beginning of this series, and then the series started, and it's just, it's convoluted. It is, the main storylines just don't make any sense. So we have the Cuckoos on the front, 5 girls. They're all dating Cable. They're all like taking turns dating him. Why is that a main storyline within Cable? Why? I don't care. Unless it makes complete sense to the story. At this point, it makes 0 sense. I don't care. There's a whole scene with Cyclops, which is Cable's dad, and Emma Frost. And Emma Frost is like threatening Cable, or Cyclops, being like, he better not mess with my girls. They're my favorite girls, and I will do bad things to you if he does that. You better watch your son. And then he's like, but on Esme, he can mess with her head. That's okay. She needs it. Why is this in this book? I don't understand. And then, did you guys forget about the robots? Oh yeah, there's robots from space coming down to get the sword that Cable found in issue 1. What is going on with this book? This book is dumb as shit. I'm going to give it 1 to 2 more issues, because I try to give books at least 3 to 4 issues to get into an arc to find out what is actually happening. But so far, this book is so bad. The relationship stuff is so stupid, and it's happening throughout a lot of the X books. They're forcing like this sex. There's like this sexual tension throughout so many of the books. But why? There's no reason for it. And it's in this book so much, and I hate it. I hate it so much. So dumb. Let's move on to the last book, which is both good and bad. And bad. All right, let's move into the number 1 slot. All right, guys, in the number 1 slot, in my opinion, this was the worst book of the week. And that is X Factor number 1. This is written by Leah Williams and art by David Baldion. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. I could be wrong. If I am, let me know down in the comments below. But X Factor number 1. Let's talk about the good first, right, guys? All right, the first good thing I liked, we got a new number 1 book, a new team. Cool. I really enjoy new X-Men teams. They're usually pretty enjoyable, and I was super excited about this one. It's got a crazy wild lineup. Let's find out what's happening. And then I kind of read the preview for the book. They're going to be a detective team. They're going to research, or not research, they're going to go out and solve the mysteries of how mutants died. Like, if there is a mystery behind it, and confirm that A, they are dead, because the resurrection protocol, you don't want to bring back a mutant that's still alive and then have duplicates of that person. Or 2, if there was foul play. If there was foul play, they want to know so that way they can go out and, like, you know, get justice for that death, right? Cool. That's really cool. Weird team, doing detective work. I'm all in. Artwork in this book, so-so. David Baldion, not my cup of tea. It was fine, but it was just, I don't know, it was very cartoony and childish in my opinion, and it could have used a little bit more of a serious tone, in, again, my opinion, but now we got to move into more of what I did not like about this book, because the artwork was okay, but how they portrayed the characters in this book were so bad, out of context, out of character for a lot of these characters. I did not like it at all. I also didn't like the pacing of the story. I didn't like how the characters kept on like explaining their powers. Like, a lot of these characters, we know what their powers are. We don't need to know the exact correct name for that power as they use the power. It's like, a lot of these mutants are big name mutants. I'm pretty sure they knew what each other's powers were, but they kept on like, oh, I'm using my psychic knowledge of the past power, and I'm doing this. Didn't fit the story at all. It just seems like they were showing off to each other, which they shouldn't have to. And again, the over-sexualization in these X-Men books is just, again, shown here. Draken using his pheromones to make this guy do what he wanted, and he's like, oh, I can tell that you were turned on by me the second I walked in, and now you want to sex me up, so you're going to give me all the information I want. It was just forced and stupid, and I don't know, it was an oversized book, so I was really excited for a big first story, and we kind of got that. It was kind of interesting, but just the storytelling was so bad by Leah Williams. I just couldn't get over that. Yeah, it was mainly just like the characters talking about their powers all the time. Well, I'm using my psychic whatever, and this is it's very hard to use this power because it's scanning so much time and space. It's really gonna take me a long time to do my job. What? I don't care. Can we please move on? Please move on. And I don't know. That's my opinion, guys. Those are the 3 worst books, all Marvel, all X-Men. What is going on with the X-Men universe? I would love to know because it sucks right now. It really sucks. When you have the main X-book, X-Men, suck as bad as it did this week, it's hard to want to pick up any more of the X-Men books. It really is. And Cable sucked and X-Factor sucked. What is going on, Jonathan Hickman? Get your X-Team, get them together, and fix this. It's the X-Men. The X-Men are supposed to be awesome. And they should be, because they're great, amazing characters. But right now, they're just bad. What is going on? Something needs to change. All right, I'm going to stop ranting, and I'm going to get excited, because now the channel is Bruce and Stephanie Comics. I'm so excited that we were able to make that switch. I hope you guys are excited too. Stephanie is going to do her best to be in front of this camera. Not on this camera, in front of this camera more. But yeah, that's it for the week, guys. What did you guys think? Do you guys pick those up? Did you guys think those were terrible like I did? If you did, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know what you thought was really bad about those comics. But if you did like them and you think I'm crazy, let me know down in the comments below. Let's have a discussion of why you thought it was great. And maybe prove me wrong. Make me backpedal a little bit. That'd be great. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. On the way out, smash that like button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.